Hello, everyone. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast, the only podcast that isn't drug-free.
Yes, we're all about those drugs.
And also, yeah. I put in the pinned comment, I said, give a thumbs up for Satsuki's grandpa.
What's my grandpa do?
I don't know. I'm just like, let's give him some credit. I don't know why. I just felt like it'd be fun.
Yeah. We gotta call him over if there's like rats or something, other thing. And he usually does get. He's like Mike from Breaking Bad. He just gets the job done.
Damn.
You just gotta boil some water and throw it on the rat.
Yeah, sounds pretty painful, but better him than me.
I mean, now he's got to come over to watch the podcast.
Okay, I'll call him.
Here comes Grandpa Satsuki.
He has a touchscreen phone, so
hey.
He has a smartphone, so he could, he catch one.
He can do things. Well,
Things.
This is the King of Anime podcast, where every season we lock in a bunch of seasonal anime. And as you can see this week, we're covering quite a bit. We're covering 3 episodes of Fate Zero. Technically another 3 episodes of Oshi No Ko if you just do the math with the how long this episode was. Another episode of the Megumin anime. Another episode of Insomniacs After School, Demon Slayer, and of course, as always, Vinland Saga. So we got I don't know, too much. We need to.
What are you talking about? Not enough.
Oh my God. You want to add
This is
more?
nothing compared to our first podcast.
My
we
God.
were watching like 10 anime.
Oh my God, that's
the first outing was. My God.
How many anime can you guys name from our original lineup?
Rewrite the D.
Slime Daddy.
Wait, Slime Daddy
That's
was
2.
one?
Yeah, that was
Wow.
The girls that. The one that you picked, Satsuki.
696.
Yeah.
696.9.
So that's 3.
Rewrite D. Ooh, Goblin Slayer.
Goblin Slayer is another
Goblin
one.
Slayer.
Karakuri Circus. Is
Oh my God,
one.
Karakuri Circus, holy crap.
So that's 5.
Oh my God, what else did we cover that season?
It was that one magical show that I can't remember the name of that we may have covered too. It wasn't a magical girl show. I can't think of what it was though.
Oh my God.
A
Well,
magical show. I can't remember.
I'm sure Decrepit Storm knows every single show we covered every season. So,
Nah, even that one's kind of hard. Like all of those, it was. Oof, that was a rough season.
I feel like we were killing multiple anime a week. Wait,
Yeah,
was Gridman?
those were golden.
You
Wait,
kept trying to kill Goblin Slayer, and we kept not letting you.
Yeah, those are good times.
What was the one that you named? See?
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Oh, I thought you said another one.
Oh, no.
Wasn't another one the thigh one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Gridman, right?
Gridman.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about Gridman. Elizabeth Zerd in the chat says, "Happy Monday, everyone." Hello, Elizabeth. How you doing?
Hello, and welcome to the world of ducks.
Are you gonna do it?
Damn, I don't remember.
Are you gonna do the
There, I did it.
Oh, we forgot Surine, Mirha.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that came very late, and then we
Yeah.
got rid of it because all I heard was Murha, and I was like, no more.
I feel like that. I think that was me that picked that one. That was just my bad.
That was the
It-
kill Annie one.
Yeah, I think that's why you picked it. Which, in retrospect, not bad, but Murha was a bad choice.
It would
Maybe
probably...
it was only 8 then. Huh.
Murha.
Yeah. No,
'Cause
it
I think-
definitely. Oh, that's right. Okay, so no, the original vision of this podcast, like Anime FMK, they would do 10 anime a week, but I was like, yo, let's do 7 a week. That's going to be so
and we
much
were
more
like,
manageable.
You're crazy.
Well, I remember at the time you guys were like, "Oh yeah, sure, whatever, we'll do it."
Yeah, and then remember, Rewrite the D had 4 episodes, like just come out of nowhere. It was literally just like, hey, you love Rewrite the D so much. Here's 4 episodes. I went, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know it was going to be this way.
Well, we basically have a double dose of that this week, so.
Yeah, this season has had hour-long first episodes.
It's crazy.
So many.
Oh man, we are just so lucky. QRW6 says, "What up, KOA? Almost done with the English dub of Steins Gate Zero. The last episode of Steins Gate Steins Gate will always directed to be the last episode of all Steins Gate."
Yeah, Steins Gate is great. It ended perfectly too.
Well, just a reminder that at 500 subscribers, we'll be switching over to face cams. So if you haven't already, share this around with your moms and your dads, because that's our that's what I'm talking.
Trying to get a new demographic.
We're trying to bring anime to the older generations. So we feel.
And bring it to your reincarnated son and daughter.
Yeah, definitely, with weird googly eyes. We got a lot of googly eyes this week, so that should be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and let's get into our first segment of the week, which of course is always viewer questions. If you didn't know, you can submit your own viewer questions. In the description below, there is a link to Google Forms. It'll take you over there. You can just submit your questions, and we'll read them on the air. It'll be great. It'll be fun. So our first question of the evening is, who would you spend the day with? Urza Scarlet, Mirai, Kosaki, or Grandma Chiyo?
Urza easy. It's very easy for me.
Is Mirai the...
I feel like Grandma Chiyo is the one where if you get hurt, she kisses you.
I don't know. I mean, it sounds right, but I don't know. Because don't they just call her something?
Gotta Google this
like
Grandma
like
Chiyo.
Kissy Girl or something. Hold on, let me look it up.
Oh, she is definitely a grandma. Oh, this is from Naruto. Wait, what's the one from...
I want to say that's not My Hero.
Yeah, this is
like she has a hero name that people just call it Recovery Girl. That's what it is.
Yeah,
they just called her that. So,
but they gave us the wrong person anyways.
Wait, so who's the right character?
No, it is Recovery. Her name is Recovery Girl.
Okay.
Her real name is Chiyo.
Oh, see, when I typed it in, it brought up Naruto.
Yeah, same. So
I was right.
They look similar. They look similar.
Well, I'm always gonna be working out. She would be great for recovery, healing. So right. Yeah, I'll spend the day with Grandma Chiyo.
Yeah. Wait, what the fuck? She's like the best one. Like
Urza?
Yeah, because she can heal you.
That's you're spending a day. Like, what are you doing exactly in this day?
I mean, we're doing crazy shit. We're doing backflips.
Whoa.
We're doing runs forever. We're never stopping.
You know what? That's a good point. If you were with Grandma Chiyo, you could totally do a bunch of Daredevil stuff.
Yeah.
And then even if you broke all your bones, she'd just heal you right back up. And I like that.
What if you have a pre-existing condition?
Yeah, she'll suck the pre-existing condition right out of you.
I don't think you should have worded it like that, but I agree. Philip says, "Let's go team."
Hello.
Hello, Phil.
QRW6 says Urza packs a lot of clothes. That is true. She has a wardrobe.
Yeah, I'm just going to eat cake with Urza. That sounds like a good deal to me.
Listen, I'm going
the other characters.
I'm going Grandma Chiyo all the way. Also, she's going to knit you like sweaters. Remember SpongeBob? You know what the best time to wear a sweater is? Anytime at all.
Oh my god. The best time to wear a turtleneck sweater
Yeah.
is all the time.
That's what I'm talking
One
about.
with a collar, turtleneck.
SpongeBob radio, bitch. Get hooked.
Oh my god, that is perfect.
Well, so that's our answers. The next question: a company offers to sponsor KOA, but Satsuki has to do a commercial in a micro bikini. Would he do it?
Sasuke?
I have to do a commercial in it.
Yeah, the micro bikini.
Company sponsors us. It depends on the company. If we're making a lot of money, then sure.
What if it's a micro bikini company?
I want to say, what if it's actually like Victoria's Secret or some kind of like bikini place? That'd be like perfect.
As long as we're making a lot of profit from it, yeah. I'm not going to do it for like, I don't know, a sponsorship from
Panda Express.
some random off-brand like gas station candy company.
Freaking Blue Chew.
Yeah.
That would be interesting, indeed. Very much indeed. Well, there you go. There's your answer. Next question: who would you spend the night with? Fubuki, Mamako. That's a weird one. Akari or Alpha? I don't
have to look up who.
I don't know most
like.
of these people. All I know is Fubuki and Mamako, and it's Fubuki easily.
Yeah, right now it's Fubuki by default for me, but
I mean, Mamako's nice.
She's
very
little.
She's nice.
She's a little
kooky.
Yeah.
She got pink hair. This Akari. Watanabe.
Yeah.
And then Alpha. Let me see what Alpha looks like.
I don't even like. Really don't know.
She hot.
Yeah, she pretty. Yeah, she's got.
Hot.
Got something going on there.
She looks like an elf.
She does. She does.
I don't like elf ears.
So
why? Because they poke you whenever she turns over.
No, it's just I don't know. I've never really liked elf ears. It works with Amelia because it's not as noticeable. But when they stick out like that, like some satellites, I don't like it.
QRW6 says, "Can you make Mamako fall for you over her son?" Listen, we all know.
I'm not gonna try.
We all know she's gonna call you her son anyways.
That's kind of like a failing. You're just talking to yourself at that point.
Now I don't know.
Just find a normal girl.
I don't know who Akari or Alpha is, but I don't know if they're like some awful people, but I'm let's avoid Mamako. Can we all just agree?
Yeah. Yeah. She could do her pouty face somewhere else.
Yeah. Good. Funny meme.
Yeah, but I'll no, it says spend the night. Does that mean that this is a slumber party?
Yeah. So are we playing Monopoly or are we playing Twister?
Oh shoot! If I'm playing Monopoly, yeah, Fubuki.
Playing Spin the Bottle. What are we doing here?
Whoa.
Whoa. Truth or dare?
Which is funny because I feel like Mamako would want to play Spin the Bottle, which makes it even worse.
She just misses the concept of the game and she just keeps spinning it, and you're like, right. Excuse me, it has to stop eventually.
And she's like, tell me all your secrets. I'm like, this is not the way it's supposed to be.
She just takes both of her swords out and threatens you, and you're like, no.
I think it's got to be Fubuki. The only way.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's like, didn't even make it hard, honestly.
Oh no, it did.
Oh my god. Well,
if you know what I
mean. Yes, next question. Who's closest would you raid? What is raid? Anyways.
I think that's closet.
Closet raid. Carrie? Villanelle? James Bond? Tony Stark?
What are these questions? These choices.
Carrie, like the high school killer Carrie.
Yeah.
Right, the one that got the blood dipped on her, and then she.
What
went crazy.
what is in her wardrobe that we like would take our bloody like prom?
Yeah, it's like, ooh, look at all this bloodstained clothes.
I think this is a really easy answer. I think it's James Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got all those cool gadgets, definitely.
Yeah, he's like, you could probably find like a.
Too.
That is also true, but Tony Stark is like, all of his stuff would be in his, like, I don't know, like his garage or something. Like, he would keep all of his cool stuff out in the open, I think. But with James Bond, he'd be like, I have a pin that turns into a nuclear missile. Like,
I want it.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Always wanted to use a dirty bomb via a pin.
We'll take James Bond for 500.
Yeah, definitely.
Same.
Last question. Who would you want as your life coach? Yoda, Dumbledore, Mr. Miyagi. Oh, this one's so easy. Mr. Miyagi or Gandalf?
These are really good ones.
I'll take. Oh, hold on. Let me think about this one. I'm not choosing Yoda. I'm just telling you that right now.
Yeah, Yoda.
No Yoda?
No, he would make
Yoda's
me
too
mad.
simple.
Just speak like a normal person. Stop.
No, is it because it's just how he talks?
Normal. I do not speak. He would get on my nerves.
I'm going Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi is I think his actor recently passed away, which is very sad.
Yeah, he was really good, Mr. Miyagi.
I just like the idea of a guy that knows a lot of wisdom, and he's old.
I mean, isn't that all of them?
Yeah, but this one's better.
Yeah, they're all supposed to be the old mentor type. Freaking Yoda is 500 years old. He's super old.
Yeah, let's go with Mr. Miyagi on this one.
He's just so cool. Like, he's like, when you go back and watch Karate Kid, that is like the reason you go back to watch it, is for Mr. Miyagi.
He catches a freaking fly with chopsticks.
Yeah. And
How cool is that?
And like, think about it. Do you go back to watch Star Wars for Yoda? Do you go back to watch Harry Potter for Dumbledore? Okay, maybe somebody do. Somebody definitely does. But Gandalf, okay, sure.
Gandalf's pretty cool.
You got me on that one. But Mr. Miyagi is like, I don't know. It just like the Karate Kid just feels like such a good time. Like, I don't feel like anxiety when thinking about it. So
he's also the only like realistic person on this list, because like, what is Dumbledore really going to teach you? Or Gandalf? Well, I guess Gandalf can teach you something.
Gandalf could teach you how to not pass.
Okay.
Yeah.
He
Go.
teaches
pass
more
away?
he teaches more than that. All right. Yoda, he would make you stronger with the Force, and he would basically teach you how to clear your mind and all that other stuff.
And your nose.
Dumbledore, sure, and your nose, I guess. Dumbledore would, no, he's very wise and very strong. But I don't know. I personally would have to go with Gandalf, just because. I mean, he helps you along the way. He makes you make your own choices, and even if it's the wrong choice, he'll still basically go with it, and you kind of learn from that. So, and also he's just a great general when it comes to fighting. Just one of the best. He goes one-on-one against a freaking ring wraith and everything. Yeah, he's badass.
Well, let's go ahead and get into our first show of the evening for Nakama Club, which is, if you don't know, Nakama Club is the show where, the part of the show, rather, where we talk about something that came out before the season. So, something a little bit older, something that we want to just experience together as friends. And this season, it was my turn to pick, and I picked Fate Zero, and now we're on episode 2. We're covering episodes 2 through 4 today, which I think went I'm just gonna read the energy of the room. It went better than last episode, because last episode was kind of boring. So, what did you think, EA? Because EA is the only one here who hasn't seen it.
Yes, I am the Fate Zero virgin. But
just like Saber. Oh wait.
Don't look at me that way.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
This is going to be the death of the podcast.
It's begun. But no. Oh, excuse me. It's definitely a lot better. We finally are introduced to all these new, what would you call them? Heroes?
Servants.
Yeah, servants.
Okay. Yeah. We have, I'm going to, right off the top of my head, I'm just going to remember. There's Ryder, there's Saga, there's Lancer, there's Gilgamesh, there's, well, I don't know what he is. He's a sword weenie.
He's Archer.
Oh, Archer, that's right. Archer. It's a good show. There's who's the guy with the wide eyes that looks creepy as hell? He's a caster.
Bluebeard.
Yeah, I thought that was like, I would have never have guessed in a million years that, isn't Bluebeard a pirate?
No, he's just he killed a lot of his wives in history.
Oh. For some reason I was
He's
thinking
just a serial
pirate.
Killer. He's
Wait,
a
just
famous serial killer.
Got it. Apparently not so famous.
Yeah. Turn it up.
Serial killer. And I think I might be missing some, but there's a assassin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
those are the only ones I remember. But you've been asking me all these times, Sasuke, and you were saying, "Oh, EA might like Ryder. Oh, it seems like he's the guy that would like Ryder." And I'm here to tell you, Sasuke. Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a man's man.
He looks like if Ganondorf was good. You know what I mean? Like, he's a good version of Ganondorf and didn't go crazy over the Tri-Star, the Force, the power.
Unlimited power. Yeah, actually that's a really interesting comparison. I never clocked that.
He looks just like him. But I also love the fact that I'll say he's defiant when it comes to his master. He's more like, he doesn't beat around the bush, and he'll tell it like it is. He'll be like, "Yeah, I haven't forgotten that you're my master and I'm your servant, but hey, I'm here to tell you that what you're doing, bad mistake." And he'll slap his back, or he'll just like flick his forehead. God, no, he gives 0 Fs. I love it.
Yeah, he wants to fight Bill Clinton. So
I saw that. I was like, "Oh my God, this is so old." Bill Clinton's in this anime.
yeah, so the time period, this is set in 1994, and the main series is set in 2004. So
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of like the way they timed it. I like that it's in 2004 and 1990s, because you don't have cell phones, so like, don't worry about all that shit.
When did this anime come out?
2011.
Okay. Yeah, okay. That's cool. But yeah, I enjoyed this episode, even though there was the same amount of talking in the first couple of episodes, but then when you got to episode 4, that's when it got down to business. And
yeah,
man, they really just animate the hell out of those fight scenes.
Yeah, it's
Ufotable
really
knows what to do.
It is really interesting comparing this to Demon Slayer that we're watching now, because clearly Demon Slayer is technically, better, but this anime, in my opinion, has aged so well. Some of the stuff not as much. To me, this is like, it's like going back and playing Halo 3 today. Like, Halo 3 still looks amazing for what it is, and it's the same with Fate Zero. I think the only thing that looks weird are the backgrounds, because they're kind of flat, but other than that, it looks crazy good. And this is kind of like, also as well, this is like the anime that made them what they are today. So super important. Elizabeth brings up that there were cell phones in the 90s. That is true. They were gigantic.
Yeah,
so.
The good old Nokias.
Yeah. EA, what did you think about some of the servants' wishes? Like their desires for entering into the Grail War. For example, Saber wishes to save Britain because she failed to do so. What's your thoughts on that? Their motivation?
Because she was King Arthur. You're gonna hate me when I say this, see. I think she's the most boring one so far.
That's funny you say that. A lot of people say that about Saber.
So far. Like I said, she could get better later on, but as of right now, she's just kind of like, yeah.
No,
I want to say Britain.
No, like people think Saber is way better than the other stuff. So.
Okay. So in in Fate Zero, she's kind of meh. Gotcha.
Well, she's not meh. She's just filling a particular role. So think of it that way, where Saber is like, she's not meant to be like the main one in this one. That's Kiritsugu and Kirei are sort of the main two, right? The protagonist and antagonist. So think of it from that perspective. She's just there to fill a role, like all the other servants.
Okay, but when it comes to her goal, it's very noble of her. You know, she's basically just like saying, I want to do better this time because last time when I was king, I kind of screwed it up and stuff like that. Bluebeard got the perfect person to be his master.
Ryunosuke, the crazy ass kid.
Yeah, Johnny Youngbosh. I swear to God, he's everywhere. But yeah, he's that guy was painting a pentagram with his foot.
Yeah. He was very lackadaisical about the whole thing.
And then he freaking he's like, go on, little Billy, go to freedom. And then were those tentacles?
And Castor?
The thing that eventually ended up killing the kid.
Yeah, those are like tentacles and stuff.
Yeah, I was like, geez, how gruesome.
They're magical.
But I mean, I kind of knew he was gonna be bad. His eyes aren't straight. You know someone's bad if their eyes aren't simultaneously looking at you.
So Fate Grand Order, like I've said before, in my opinion, ruined Fate. And in Fate Grand Order, Castor, they have this version of Castor, and he's like kind of like a goofball. So, which I think is fine. He is kind of goofy, but there you go. Dan in the chat says, question: while watching these early episodes of Fate Zero, did any of you ever get the feeling that there was a bit of flirtation between Irisville and Seba? Yes. Holy crap. I think it was episode 3 where they get off the plane. And Saber's explaining her ability that basically she's like an A like in everything, and that includes riding, which is a class. So she's able to basically get behind a plane and literally just know how to fly it.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, it's super interesting mechanic in the series. Explains away a lot of stuff too. And she's like, yes, Irisfield. If I were to ride it and take the reins and put it between my legs, I would be able to ride anything. Iris feels like, you mean...
She's like, heavens to Betsy.
Do you listen to what you're saying right now, Saber? So it was some good stuff. And then throughout that episode, they kind of go on a little bit of an adventure together, and it very much plays out like they're kind of on a date. And I do think that's legitimately on purpose. And I do think Irisfield and Saber is like one of the best ships. Like she's
some fan art for you.
Saber is a much better husband than Kiritsugu. That's for sure.
That is a fact.
Not that Kiritsugu...
We've been on this ship. This isn't new.
Yeah, she's great. Those two are great. Which I want to ask as well, EA, what did you think about Kiritsugu and the way his character evolved throughout these episodes, and especially his relationship with his family?
Now remind me, because I swear to God, there's two people that look exactly the same. Kiritsugu is the guy.
He kind of looks like Spike from Bebop.
Okay. I swear there's two people that look just like the same.
Yeah,
but,
Kide and Kiritsugu look very similar in this, but it's.
Are they brothers?
No, they're not.
That's even more confusing.
But Kiritsugu is Iris Field's husband.
Right, and then he has that daughter that's like, "You're cheating, you cheater."
I love Ilya in this just because her character is so different than in any of the other series. We actually get to see her in a fashion like this, and it's so nice. But anyways, continue on.
You get to see her just be a kid.
Yeah, pretty much.
No fair, no fair, no fair. I think. I mean, it seems like he's not a good husband.
Yeah.
You know, the very first episode, his daughter's born. He's just like, yeah, she's born. Right, that's kind of like how it is. Like, does he have? Wait, okay, is he the same guy that was making out with that other woman?
Maya, yeah, that's his like.
So then he's a piece of shit.
Well, so I want to ask you about this. Your perception of why they did that. Like, why do you think she had sex with him?
I mean, did they have sex? I just saw kissing, but
is very heavily implied they had sex. At least from my memory.
On top of the guns. It's like, is that a gun digging into your hip, or are you just happy to see me?
But I think it's heavily implied that they you know, they're gonna do it anyways. But like, yeah, what did you think about all that?
About their relations?
Well, why they're having such a close relationship?
I mean, maybe they just enjoy the thrill of killing people? I'm not too sure. I mean, I don't really know much about that other woman other than that she just kind of like follows his orders and stuff. That just makes me think that there was maybe a relationship beforehand and that they knew each other for a while.
Mm.
So, I mean, I'm guessing maybe it has something to do with just they've known each other for a long time, so they're familiar with each other's company, and they're obviously very comfortable doing the do.
What I always thought about this was that she did that to clear his mind, because she even says, like, clear your mind of your family, like, we got to do this job. And I think the way that they did that was to basically have sex. So,
nothing clears your mind more than cheating on your wife.
Well, post clarity, right?
Sure. Sure. It's like, I'm sorry, Iris.
It's also like when a fighter has sex before a fight, just to get it all out of the way, like Mike Tyson would. So that's what I always thought it was like.
Didn't Ronda Rousey say she would do that too?
Yeah. For the longest time, fighters wouldn't do that because they thought it would take away from their like rage or whatever. But turns out
even some basketball players have that superstition. But I always felt like with Kiritsugu, with the whole the cheating thing, how I kind of perceive it is that he tries to, and this sounds very backwards, but like he has a lot of this like pent up emotion, and he kind of doesn't want to burden the people that he truly cares about with it. So he tries to keep like everything away from Iris. That's why he doesn't even interact with Saber, and he kind of just like
Hey,
Iris is really Saber's master for Fate, and that he doesn't try to deal with her. He barely interacts with his wife, and the only time we really see him be like a good person is when he's with Ilya, because she's super innocent and she's a child. But I think and also it may also be like this thing to where he's using sex as a way to further manipulate Maya, to make her do whatever whatever it takes. I never
considered that.
Yeah, like kind of like the light situation in Death Note. And because I'm not saying he doesn't care about Maya, but he cares less for Maya than everybody else.
Yeah.
So he has no problem with doing certain things with her. But like I said, it's kind of backwards thinking.
Yes, is where it's like, hey Maya, you want to get it on? Okay, well never mind. I'm going this way now.
I did not know that was in there. Whoa.
What did you think as well about Assassin being totally fucking destroyed by Gilgamesh, and then it being revealed that there's not one assassin, there are many assassin?
I think it's a well played strategy, to be honest. You think one of the servants is dead when really they're not? It's sneaky, but it fits with the assassin. So I think that's kind of perfect. But I hate Gilgamesh.
What did he do?
He's an arrogant bastard.
Oh man,
he is so arrogant. He like the very first time you walk into the room. I didn't give you permission to look up at me. I'm Gilgamesh.
That's so funny.
Well, EA's in for a long ride.
I can't wait.
Fantastic.
He has a whole spin-off series based on him. It's really good too.
Oh, why? He seems like a jerk.
He's much different.
Is.
He's much different in the
He's less a jerk.
Yeah, so Gilgamesh has like 2 time periods. He has his younger time period where he was literally a gigantic fucking asshole, and his later years where he mellowed out quite a bit. In the spin-off anime, it's called Fate Grand Order, Absolute Demonic Front Babylonia. It's a handful. Mouthful, should say. Both. And he's much more chill. He's much more of like the valiant king that everyone's like, oh shit, Gilgamesh, watch out, he's so fucking cool. Like he kind of got that aura. But he's great. Yeah. He's great.
I also see where the reference for Keijo came from.
Yeah, Gates of Bootyland.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where it comes from.
And another thing to take note of, EA, is with some of these characters, you'll notice that like they're kings of something. Not all of them, but with Saber, king of Britain. With Ryder, he considers himself the king of conquerors because he would conquer like every land he would come across. And yeah, they have their pride tied to their past life where they were the king of something. So it's kind of evident that Gilgamesh is the king of something. I'm pretty sure they'll like spell that out later. But
king of assholes.
I mean, he is. I've always liked Gilgamesh because he backs it up. If you're going to be that pompous, you have to. First of all, he has the look. He has the all gold on.
Oh my god, yeah, he does.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I feel like if they did a remake of Fate Stay Night, the OG route, I feel like EA would like him quite a bit, because all Gilgamesh really does in that one is just fuck people up. So, and
I feel like he still won't like him.
I don't know. I think I don't know. We'll see.
He has to really, to me, he has to pull a Jaime Lannister in order for me to like him, because he kind of reminds me of Jaime Lannister. He was a pompous ass too when I first saw him, and then you know, he became one of my favorites towards the end. Well, not the very end, but you know what I mean.
As well, what did you think about the fight between I'm not gonna say his name because I don't think it was revealed yet.
Lancer?
But Lancer and Saber, yeah.
Yeah, Lancer. I mean, the whole fight was really well animated. I thought it looked really good. I thought they took very, that there's some. Well, I feel like more animes are getting better, and maybe this is kind of where it started was with this one, but I feel like they recycle a lot of used footage in the old shonen stuff. DBZ's famous for it. A whole bunch of other Bleach did it, where they would just do the same fighting motions repeatedly over and over, and you're like, okay, whatever. Yes, you can tell they took great detail into animating each and every movement, and I appreciate stuff like that. Like, to me, that's something that makes it different from other series, compared to others. And it also just looked cool, every step, every glance, every pound. Hell, they were fighting in a freaking what are those big metal things? Like, it just fell behind just because they were like fighting for so long, and it just
shipping containers, cargo. Yeah.
I don't know. To me, that makes the fighting more realistic when it's like that. It seems, I mean, obviously they're using magic. How can you say it looks realistic? It just gives it more weight to it when you see stuff like that, and I appreciate fights that make it look like that, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're very Ufotable, especially in this series. They love to focus on a lot of that stuff. In my opinion, one of their crowning achievements is what they did in Heavensfield by making Fuyuki City seem like this just utopia. But that's a whole different discussion. But do you know about reality marbles? Did they explain that in episode 1?
I'm pretty sure they didn't.
Okay, so nobody can see them fight, even though they're fighting.
Oh.
In a public place.
I didn't know that.
And that's because there is a magical, like an idea called a reality marble, which is what happens is basically the church, when they sense a fight, they locate the fight and they immediately warp everyone to a different realm altogether that is fabricated by magic.
Huh. See, I would not have gotten that. I just thought, well, they're away from everybody. Nobody's catching on to what they're doing.
Yeah.
It seemed legit. I could have believed it.
They explain it in other series, because I don't know if you know this, but Fate is connected to multiple different franchises.
I've heard.
Yeah, Fate's not even the main one. I know they, for example, they explain it in Garden of Sinners and Tsukihime, but I didn't know if they did it here, so...
Yeah, I guess I missed that one. And if they did say it in the first episode, I totally missed that.
What did you think about Lancer's weapons, his fighting style?
Pretty awesome. He's got a really cool fighting style. He's got the long staff, the short staff, and it's both. What do they call it? If it's their like magical weapon. Saber said that's his equalizer. No, what the hell was it called?
I don't think they call their... Well, their special move is called a Noble Phantasm, if that's what you mean.
Oh, that's it, the Noble Phantasm. Because she was fighting with a sword that was invisible the whole time.
Yeah.
But yeah, but no, I thought it was pretty cool, and just from the little bit that I see of Lancer himself, he seems pretty cool. He's not as arrogant as Gilgamesh, but he's he's got a cool fighting style to him.
Yeah. That's pretty much all the questions that I wanted to ask. But I do want to make one statement. He's Kandara's best girl. That's all. Satsuki, what are your thoughts?
He's the most manliest man that we have in this series. He's called him an anime girl.
Yeah, he's best girl. Jeremy says his mother's favorite servant is Saber. Oh, that's a good point. Dan in the comments basically said that he appreciated the English dub for Saber more than the Japanese dub. That's another question to ask. What did you guys think about? What are you watching the dub? Are you watching the sub? If so, what do you think about it?
I am watching the dub, surprisingly, and Ryder's voice actor is perfect for the dub. Like, I haven't heard the sub yet, but from what I get from the dub's pretty good. Even Saber's pretty good in the dub.
Yeah, she sounds more masculine, which I think fits her character a little bit more than the original VA. Kind of sounds a little masculine, but not as nearly as much. She doesn't sound like a king, whereas in the dub she sounds like a king.
But yeah, I'm watching it dubbed right now, and I can't complain. I'm trying to think. There's not a single voice that I would say was annoying. Like, I think everybody's pretty good. Even old Red Eye, she's pretty good, but she voices a lot of anime characters, so I kind of
Iris
yeah, that's her name, Iris Field, but she voices a lot of voices.
Yeah, she's
I've heard her in so many things.
Yeah, she's amazing. The original VA, the original English dub VA in Fate Stay Night 2006 was the English dub VA for Sakura in Naruto, which I also thought was a pretty good casting choice. There you go. But anything else?
Can't wait to see what Ryder can do. Now he's joined himself in the fight. He's like, got room for one more? If I didn't like the man already, now I love him.
Anything for you, Sasuke?
Just good episodes.
There you go. Whew, that thankfully didn't take a year. This May. Let's talk about our first main show of the evening, seasonal show. The surprising, out of nowhere, Oshi No Ko. Oh my god. So much like how we're doubling up on UFO Table this season, we're doubling up on Megumin this season. This to me was kind of like, when I saw this anime, the reason I picked it is because Rie Takahashi was in this as I. Of course, she voices Megumin in another in
Tomo-chan.
And Tomo-chan, best girl. And
Amiria.
Yep. And
no, I'm kidding.
I just picked this just randomly, just because I was thought, it's some people talking about something different. Oh boy, was it something different. So this first episode is 90 minutes long. It follows a girl named Ai, who was basically the most popular girl in an idol group. And throughout this episode, we kind of see her go from her mid-teens to her early 20s. And at 16, she gets pregnant. She has twins, both of which are reincarnated people. One of them is her doctor, who was murdered by basically somebody who was trying to kill her, which we figured out at the end. And also the deceased doctor's patient, who had some sort of really awful illness, and she died really young. So they were both reincarnated as Ai's children, and they retain all of their memories. It's very Mushoku Tensei like I got a lot of Mushoku Tensei vibes.
I was thinking the same thing, except the main character's not a perv.
Right. Well, they're all, one of them's a perv. But
one of them is.
one of them is. But that one's more funny, and that's the thing, is the jokes land with that one, I think. But and then we just kind of see I grow up in this world of being an idol, And what we see, honestly, is one of the grittiest takes of idol culture I've ever seen. Usually you think idols, you think Love Live, you think really nice, sweet women. But this shows who is like basically taken advantage of pretty much from the very beginning and used, and she's basically so mentally just destroyed by this entire industry that she thinks of herself as like she goes out and every move she thinks of, she's trying to be the perfect person to tell this perfect lie. And that's the concept that they've kept telling throughout this episode. Idols are basically people that are lying for people that want to be lied to, pretty much. And that's basically her life. She kind of Ai's personality is that her personality is completely fabricated. And this leads to some really, in my opinion, a lot of really interesting moments with Ai in particular that I think were really fascinating. Just the fact that she's so natural in the way that she acts, but you can tell at the same time there's almost no person behind that act, because that person never really has had time to develop, because she's always 24/7 this idol. And it's just, in my opinion, it sort of exposes a lot of maybe the darker side of idol culture, which I've also read about. Apparently this anime really struck a note with a lot of people because of that. And this is something my opinion, you don't really see a lot of in Japanese media. You don't really see, idols from this perspective. And I think what was so fascinating about this episode is that. Not the reincarnation stuff or the kid stuff. That was good, but the thing that I liked most about this was seeing Ai. When I was on the screen, I was paying attention. Well, I was paying attention.
Oh, don't press it. Don't press it.
Damn it. You know what else was with Ai? She had the most unique looking anime eyes I've ever seen.
Yeah, her children do too. They got like fucking.
They got half of her.
Yeah, they both got half.
Yeah, they got half, and yeah, it's like I thought it was cool with the eyes too when you first see her and how she gets introduced to her manager. They didn't have that sparkle. They didn't have that gleam. But then when, he said, "Oh, you could totally lie to their faces and fake it." All of a sudden that sparkle and that light went off in her eyes, and Ai became the Ai we all know with her eyes.
Yep. But generally speaking, what did you guys think about this episode? A lot of people, as Dan says in the chat, a lot of people freaked out about this one because it came out of nowhere and it really had no right to be as good as it was.
Yeah, I had no idea what this was going into it. As soon as I saw that it was 90 minutes long, I cursed your name, see, up and down the street. I was like, this whole season's been 90-minute damn episodes.
Talking that mad shit.
But yeah, to be honest, this was the one that didn't actually feel like it was that long. I was so invested in it the whole time I was watching. I was like, it's a little weird. It definitely had Mushoku Tensei vibes,
Ruby
because of the whole reincarnation thing. Because I was like,
Ruby.
oh god, what are we going to do with this? But luckily, our main character, who's Aquamarine, aka Aqua, who's not Aqua from Konosuba, so don't get it twisted. But he was actually not a creepo. He was covering. He was like he didn't want to breastfeed. He was shaking his head, and what I thought was interesting was that they were talking. I'm like, okay, so this is kind of like what, Rugrats, or where the babies can talk and no one else can understand them. Nope, they can full on speak full sentences at 8 months.
They're fully like their brains are like fully developed.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, are there other people that are like this in the world, or is it just them? It just raised the question to me, but I mean, it's anime, so I didn't really look too far into it, but definitely the shocking moment, and we all know about it. And also, if you haven't heard about it in the chat, I'd suggest go watching it now.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That
before we even start talking about the ending, go watch it. If you have any passing interest, turn off the podcast now. This is the one time a YouTuber is telling you just go watch something else.
Do it.
Yep.
But anyway, I did not expect her to die in the show at all, because she's front and center throughout the whole marketing and everything. I thought she was just going to be a main character, and nope, she died. I was like, whoa, I was not expecting that. And yeah, it was pretty sad. I feel like because this first episode was really well done, there's going to be a lot of expectation that the next episodes have to live up to that. And I feel like that might hurt it a little bit, but you never know. It might be good, but the first episode was very, very solid.
Yeah, I think this is one of the best first episodes ever, and I think it's
definitely up there.
It's gotta be. And it feels to me almost like when me and you, EA, first watched Bunny Girl Senpai. Those first 3 episodes were immense, and
they're really great.
Yeah, I get the same feeling here, where I watched this first 90 minutes, and I'm so glad this came out of nowhere, because if this was like a popular series beforehand that everybody talked about, like an Attack on Titan or whatever, this whole plot point would have been spoiled. But I didn't watch this until last night, and that by that point it was out for a couple days. I heard nothing about any of the spoilers, so going into this, I was completely shocked by that last part, because it just came out of nowhere. You never expected it, and it was really well done. Very stylistic. And this is also, by the way, by the studio, I think it's Dogo Kobo, which they make a lot of, we'll say, particular anime for a very particular fetish, usually, if you catch my drift. So this is totally like out of their wheelhouse. This is kind of what I've always wanted them to do, was to make like an actual dramatic story like this, and they're finally doing it. So Sasuke, what do you think?
Oh God.
I gotta I gotta be the guy on the podcast.
Are you Bad News Barrett?
Not exactly. So I'll just preface this by saying I already read the first chapter of this when it first came out. Like when it was, I think at that time it was a one shot. When the manga came out for it, and a lot of people on my server talk about Oshi No Ko, so I'm pretty familiar with I already knew about. I didn't know everything there was to know about it, but like I said, I've read the first chapter. Nothing beyond that, but I know some of the characters' names and some of the things that go on in it. So with the first episode, I didn't have the same feelings as everybody else when it came to how strongly they felt about it. I still think it's good, but I didn't love it because I already kind of knew what was going on with it. So I think for a lot of people, it's like this, not trying to diminish anybody's feelings on it, but I think it like the novelty of having or being like kind of blindsided by what was going on in the story, because it's like, oh, it's about idols, and then they come with you in the last bit of the episode with that death and kind of like this revenge plot. I think because it was so shocking for people, it had a lasting imprint on their mind. But for me, because I already read it, at least just what this first episode covered, I didn't have those same strong feelings. But as far as like the good stuff in the episode, like I really like I like her whole thing that she was going, what was going on with her, and I like the premise of going to the entertainment industry in general, because it started off with the idol culture, but it branches off to more like a wider net of just the entertainment industry, because we go into acting, and I'm pretty sure we'll be doing other things. It's not the first time I've seen it done, but it's the first time I've seen it get focused on, where it's the main thing in the plot. Like if anybody watched or read Kakaguri, like they do this with Yamemi. Like they take the idol culture, which is kind of romanticized, like with what C was talking about with Love Live, how it's kind of treated as this cute thing, but they get to more of the human nature of it and how draining it could be on somebody to be this idolized version of what the fans want, and how they don't have individuality because of it. They had to give up their relationships. They had to sell themselves as this like maiden that could never do any wrong, and we know that people aren't like that in real life. So I appreciate that focus of it. I don't know if that's going to be a thing that's maintained in the story, just because of how the plot seems to be shifted on us getting revenge with.
So who done it now?
Yes, it's like we had to find out whose Ai's baby father is, and yeah, like he's supposedly some big shot, and he seems pretty evil. So I guess that's where we're going now. But I don't know.
You said that weird.
I don't know.
You said that like you were the father to those children.
I don't think I would impregnate a 16-year-old.
Dude.
But yeah, he's a scumbag, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he's got to be.
Yeah.
What if it's Rudy? Or
Rudy
no, Paul.
from
Paul.
Oh, Paul would do this. Paul would 100%.
Paul probably has already done it. He's told nobody.
If we find out that it's Paul, I'm still gonna say hashtag Paul's fault.
I'm Paul.
Oh my god, that's Jimmy Neutron.
That was like the ending of like some of the Nickelodeon episodes.
Huh? Okay, yeah, that's right.
I like how
Steve.
I like how one of the producers or whatever calls Aqua the precocious baby, and even when he becomes like a kid, he calls him precocious. I just love that.
I'm so weirded out at how he's having a conversation with a child.
I think he's just taking it for granted. Right?
Yeah, I noticed that too. Like the adults, as soon as they know that they were talking, they're just like, "Let me tell you about life, son."
Yeah, like, he was like weirded out at first. He was like, "Wait, what?" And then he just proceeded to have like the most deep conversation with a child.
I will say this: I have a couple nieces and nephews on the other side of my family. When they were this age, they spoke like very affluently and very like an adult. Like it was crazy. So
I mean, it's possible because if you're not doing the baby talk thing, it makes sense that a child would. Wait, that's what you do. Yeah. Who's a little idiot?
Who's a dummy?
You ruined my life. Yes, you did. You ruined it.
Guess who's gonna freaking end up on the chopping wood block?
That's probably how what's her name, Miyako raised them. The one who had to take over as a babysitter, which I really liked her progression as a character, because I mean they didn't really like show you it. It was kind of like time skip. Well, now she's a good mom, but I still liked it. Seeing where she started as a person who was so reluctant to do it, hated it, and she eventually like stayed with her husband and just toughed it out. I guess she just grew up.
Yeah, I think so. I think she just matured and grew to accept the situation for what it was. At first I thought she looked like Coco from Golden Time.
Ew.
which I immediately thought of EA saying pretty much that.
This is what she sounds like.
I from Golden or Coco from Golden Time.
Barnry, I love you. Oh wait, no, I don't. I'm such a.
I'm glad I didn't watch that anime.
It's awful.
It's pretty good,
especially her.
I give it a 10 out of 10.
Not that good.
But I do like the manager lady. I think she was a really fun part, a really good supporting role.
She also looks like C's type.
We're not going to talk about that. Listen. Anyways, we also got introduced as well throughout the episode to like a bunch of other people working in the industry. For example, Kana Arima, who is this child that just had a huge ego. Like would demand everything, and then once she was outshined, she demanded the director and like had like a breakdown and was like, I've got to act better than that kid. And Aqua doesn't even, wasn't even trying, but Kana was, and that obviously clearly destroyed her ego, which I think was a good thing. Better, early on than later on, right?
Yeah.
Why is Light Ruler saying Kana is the GOAT?
He reads the manga.
Oh, okay. That's about
please do not spoil any events in the manga. But he reads the manga. That's why.
Okay, I was about to call the police. But yeah, as well. When they were watching their mother perform, and they were such big fans, they got out the glow sticks and they started dancing.
Oh my gosh,
that was like amazing.
They were like 3 months old, just going goo 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 goo.
And they were like, at that point, they were like, we have to keep this under wraps, Ruby. We cannot let anyone see us as more than just dumb babies. Glow sticks? Yeah, like, where do they get them?
Because their manager was like, be normal babies, don't do anything crazy. I hear you loud and clear.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's those two kids are, honestly, I kind of expected to hate them. Like, I don't know why, but like, I see two kids like that in an anime, and they both look like Rudy as well. There's just so much Mushoku Tensei vibes that were just permeating throughout this for me, but I was expecting to sort of hate them, but I actually really like them. I think the two siblings are really good, and I sort of hope that they figure out, or at least Ruby does, that her new brother is the doctor that cared so much about him. Rather.
Do you think that these? No.
Well, you go ahead. Yeah.
I was just gonna say really quick. Do you think now that they're teenagers that they still remember their past lives, or do you think they're like full on into their new life?
I don't know. That's a good point.
Well, I was gonna say, do you think it matters at this point with all the time that passed? Because at this point, they spent more time as siblings, like actual siblings, than they did him taking care of her. So I don't even know if it would actually have any weight on the story anymore.
That's a good point.
Like, at this point, the only real thing of them being reincarnated, like what it's like, the relevancy to the plot is them being as smart as they were then and getting the information they could. In particular, Aqua, with figuring out who gave the information for that creepy guy to show up at their door, so the whole revenge plot could start up. Because an actual child wouldn't understand like how that happened.
Yeah, they were having full-blown conversations and crap in their diaper. I mean, you would think that they would be like, I need to go to the bathroom, but no, the sister was like, let me some privacy as I shit my pants.
Okay. Oh my god.
Just thought that was funny.
There's a lot of funny moments. I love the part where Ruby. Let me bring it up because the actual quote was hilarious. He says, "Lucky me, being able to legitimately savor her boobs, as I was born a girl. Well, ethically speaking, a grown man breastfeeding is just messed up. The jealousy of otaku is gross." Like, damn.
And they're just both otakus.
I know. but at least he had the decency. He was just like, even though he was a super fan of her in his past life, he was just like, I won't do anything to defile you, please.
Yeah, he was like legit like normal, and Ruby over here was like thirsting over her mother. Like, get those boobs out. Get those in my
I'm
mouth.
hungry, mama. So you're gonna be breastfeeding till she's like 5. I'm still hungry, mother.
Oh my god.
It's an interesting like dichotomy of idolization when you think about it too. How Ruby and Aqua were treating Ai, because Aqua's kind of more like the sun, like what the star power of Ai radiating around herself. Like he wants to kind of stay away from her and kind of admire her from afar, while Ruby wants to emulate her in every way with her dance moves, choreography, and all that stuff. And she wants to be as close as possible to Ai.
Yep, she's I think with Ruby that's going to be interesting. It's clear she loves Ai like crazy. Even did in her previous life. I think as teenagers working in the entertainment industry, I think she's probably going to be marketed as like the daughter of Ai, and like has like all of like basically her mannerisms that Ai had. I think it'd be interesting.
Well, I don't think they would unless they just give that information out. I don't think they would say that they're the daughter of Ai, because as far as I know,
because they were a secret.
Yeah,
that's right.
Oh, that's
because I think they would. I think they would not even want to reveal that even later down the line, because that would kind of drag down her name even further.
Yeah.
Because then they would put two and two together and realize that she had them at 16.
And then they'll go, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck. You know what they should have done? They should have like. Okay, so basically, near the end of this episode, when Ai gets stabbed and you know dies and stuff like that, when Ruby is on the other side and fuck, what's Aqua? Ai's holding Aqua and stuff. What Aqua should have done is should have just. Everything's gonna be okay.
How did I know that was coming?
I'm so sick and disgusted.
Just give her a kiss. Also, I feel like, I think they said it's like one of her arteries was punctured, but I feel like she could have possibly survived that. I don't know. I'm always weird with stomach wounds.
Guess what, C? She didn't. She's dead.
Well, that's her fault.
And we have you to blame.
Why me? I didn't stab her.
Oh no, you didn't, but you basically murdered her with that joke.
You might as well have killed her. You killed her memory. Well, I guess we kill C.
Well, now we can go on with the regularly scheduled program.
Listen, I think we should get a petition to rename Aqua to Precocious Baby. That's all I'm saying.
Bleh.
This is the best we got, folks.
So, how do you guys see where do you see this series going forward? Because we know we have the revenge plot, but
I think
what
it's going to be a
steps do we
whodunit.
have to take?
Well, the last time I watched an anime that involved, I mean, I guess it's not really time travel, but it's about like a murder mystery and there are kids that are solving it. They remind me of Erased. and it had a really bad ending.
Uh-oh.
But I hope it doesn't go that path. I mean, the first episode, brilliant. I don't know how much better it can get. Like I said, I think it's gonna have a lot to live up to. So it's probably like a lot of people are probably gonna be like, "Oh, this ain't as good. Ooh, this is bad." But what are they gonna have? It's just gonna be a lot of who done it, who's this. They're gonna figure it out. But then the whole question is, can Aqua and Ruby kill their own father?
I definitely think they would be willing.
Yeah, I think so as well. Whether or not they go through with it, who knows? You know,
I mean, it's not like they know him.
Yeah.
Well, as well, every great revenge story sort of has, you know, that opposite pool, right? Where it's like, will revenge satisfy this? Will it make things better? No, it doesn't usually. So, wonder how that's going to play into it as well. Maybe pursuing this sort of affects them in some way. I don't know. I think I think even besides the death, I think what makes this whole episode really cool is it just turns into a whodunit. I think that's just really fascinating. Now,
if it's the director, I'm gonna throw up.
No.
Yeah, I don't think he's.
Or even worse. If it's, I'm sorry, I didn't mean director. I meant if it's her PR guy, then I'm really gonna be sick because I'm gonna be like obvious.
No, because
I don't think it's gonna be obvious.
I think it's a character we just haven't seen because, I mean, the way she was talking to him, he had to come over there. So I'm assuming that he had to fly over there, or like he was out of the town or something like that. And from how it's talked about, he has to be someone high up.
Yeah.
And that's probably why he wanted to kill her in the first place, because the news of him impregnating a 16-year-old would ruin his reputation, whatever.
Jail time.
Yeah.
It was definitely Paul.
Fuck Paul, dude. That piece of shit. He had the best wife ever.
Yeah.
And just a FYI, if you didn't know, EA, the person who writes this, Oshi No Ko, also wrote Kaguya-sama.
I did not know that. That's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
I saw something about Kaguya-sama that showed up on my YouTube feed and everything. For some reason, she was a chibi.
Maybe a spinoff, maybe?
Okay. I was like, this isn't how the real show is supposed to be, right? Because she's just like a little tiny chibi thing passing out donuts and then cries whenever her donuts are gone. I'm like, this is not Kaguya-sama.
I do want to say though, like my final kind of statement on this episode, we gotta give like a round of applause for Rie Takahashi for just amazingly pulling off all of her parts in this. She is absolutely phenomenal. Like
she's a great voice actress.
She killed it. Doesn't even sound like Rie at some points. Like usually when you hear Rie, you kind of hear, you hear the Amelia and the Megumin stuff, but this is like she totally pulls off a totally different person here. It's just she's got to be one of the best voice actors in the world right now. Has to be. But what any final thoughts? Or are we good to move on?
I kind of also want to know if it's just a thing that was there to, I guess, move along the plot, or if they're actually going to focus on the whole reincarnation aspect of it. Because I kind of want to know if there's other people that have experienced the same thing, or
I want to know,
or why it happened in the first place. Because it's very like, okay, the doctor guy reincarnating kind of makes sense because he died at the same time. I was about to give birth. Okay, we can go for that. But I think her like past name was like Sarina. Her reincarnating is super weird because she died 4 years prior, I think.
Right. What was she doing that whole time?
She was just in purgatory, just like, hey, just trying to catch a cab or something.
Maybe doing crack.
Or maybe
purgatory.
Yeah.
Or maybe she was born again and then died again and then was born again after that.
Oh, she's
messed up to think.
Did you guys see the after credit scene?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so the after credit scene is like real fucking tear jerker. Basically, it's a home video of Ai and her 2 children, and she's talking about how she can't wait to watch this with them when they're older again. I think it's during their first birthday. And she talks about basically sort of like how much she loves them, pretty much. And it's really sad. Really, really sad. Oh my god. Also,
you just earned yourself a ticket to hell.
I'm sorry, it was perfectly timed.
Also, as well, that whole moment, it really shows kind of how fucked up I was when she said that she never told her kids that she loved them because everything she says and does is a lie, and that's the one thing she doesn't want to be a lie, is her love for her children. It's just so sad. Don't do it, EA. Don't even think about it.
No, I'm not doing anything. I said I wouldn't abuse it. Once is more than enough.
But yeah, that's my thoughts on the episode. So, are we ready to move on?
Oh, just to let you know, I'm looking at my anime list right now. Kana is the most favorited character in this series, so over Ai.
There you go.
It goes Kana, Ai, and then Aqua.
Because everyone was living vicariously through her, them sick fucks.
Wait. Kana?
Being bad they're vicariously living through a mediocre child actor?
Oh. I mistook her for Ruby.
Damn, we ruined it.
I sure did. And you know what that means.
Guillotine? Oh.
I'm now a duck. I am now in purgatory as a duck.
Well, let's go ahead.
So everything from me will now be this. EA, what did you think?
Good thoughts. Riveting.
Let's go ahead and get into our third anime of the evening. Another anime with an I in it. Megumin, the anime, episode 2.
Oh my god, we're only on a third anime?
Well, these should be quick. What did you guys think about this episode of Konosuba? The adults in the series suck. I'm just gonna say it. They're idiots. Everyone's an idiot. What am I talking about?
I was gonna say, I think this whole village is just.
Yeah.
I think the IQ is definitely room temperature of this village. Like, I think you're just born dumb.
Like.
Yeah, they're all a bunch of dummies. What I thought was funny when they were all the adults that were like fending off the gargoyles at the same time. You know, they kept looking back at the students, and then they were like looking at the actual gargoyles. Like, I don't know if you saw that, but it was like very faint. If you saw in the distance, they just kept like looking, like, look what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they destroyed the whole village.
Rebuilt it.
their whole purpose is just to show off. That's it. They don't.
Yeah.
They just. I mean, they said as much in the first episode, but I didn't think it would get to the point of they would destroy their own village just to look cool.
I thought they killed somebody, but it was a wooden maid statue. I was like, oh, okay, they didn't kill anybody, but it was so fucking funny.
Bro, I'm pretty sure Megumin has like legit crackhead energy in this episode. Like, she is wild. She brings her cat into class, says it's her familiar, then the teacher is like, "You're a liar. This is not true. You're stupid." And then I guess by the end of that moment, he then accepts it, even though he knows she's lying. It's so dumb.
I didn't expect Megumin to be one of the smartest characters in this spinoff.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, you're right about that.
I mean, like say what you want about Megumin, but she had the right ideas. She had she was savvy enough in her explanation of why the cat should be in the classroom with her. She had it in her to get away with that. She knew exactly what to say with the adults. So, I mean, Megumin's still not a smart character in just the world, but in this village, oh my god, she's Einstein.
That's for sure. I like how they introduced the cat too, because I was wondering when that cat was going to come around. Her sister caught it for dinner. It's essentially how that cat was introduced. The cat had the scared, crying eyes. I'm like, oh, how cute. Speaking of which,
her sister's the real crackhead. She's the one like, beating animals up.
Mm-hmm. She's like, we're gonna eat good tonight with the cat. But speaking of animals, they wanted these group of girls to murder these cute little beasts. Which, first of all, that bunny is from ReZero. They needed to kill that.
Oh, hold on now.
Oh, sorry.
Bad idea, EA.
ReZero.
Poor Usagi.
It's a bad idea, EA.
I mean, they looked cute, but it was the exact same bunny.
That's the thing. That is the thing. Why are we executing cute animals? Why not get like the most horrifying, evil, sadistic?
See, those are those. Those bunnies eat your brain.
Yeah, but it's cute. That's the thing.
Say that as it swallows up your innards.
Well, yeah, but they're gonna hesitate before they're gonna be like, "Oh, these are cute, baby," and then they're gonna be like, "Oh God, my insides are gone. Okay, I'm dead."
Usually how it goes.
Yeah, but at least the lizard was ugly enough to kill.
Just how we choose what we kill by if we think it's cute or not.
Yeah, the bunny was cute, and Union was like, I can't. But the salamander or iguana or whatever it was, Megumin was like, I'm gonna kill it, but then it like flung itself at her.
Apparently, she ended up killing it though. So
yeah, she won.
Then there's like the random stalker guy that was in a hole, and then did they just leave him to die?
They left him to die.
I think his name is Buko Rori, and he wanted, like, his whole goal was that he was stalking a girl named Saketo, which is, by the way, really weird timing. But we got another stalker in here. But his idea was to dig a hole so that she may or may not walk by, fall down in the hole with him. That's it.
Yeah. This guy. No, Kazuma's smarter than him. He's basically the Kazuma of the show if he comes back. because Megumin would always do this. Like he would have done this. She would have done the same thing to him if he was in there. Like, oh, you're gonna do that with Aqua? I'm out of here.
The show's kind of dark when you think about things in a more realistic sense, because they put the comedy spin on it. But they left this guy to die. Their village gets destroyed. Some girl's dream was like crushed because that was her family restaurant. They just trampled all over it. I mean, I guess it's all fine because they rebuilt it, but it is pretty grimy.
This takes place in southern Alabama.
I believe it.
Trigun was northern Alabama.
Oh, it was just the regular Alabama, and then you know how you have like South Central LA or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, this is South Central Alabama.
I just want to know how this village survived this long.
I just like how they rebuilt their entire village in a day, and they were complaining about it.
I mean, that's probably how it survived this whole time. It always gets blown up.
Maybe it's because they're just so efficient at rebuilding. Maybe that's why.
Mm-hmm. They're freaking Amish people.
I think story-wise, what we got from Megumin, or I guess character-wise, what we got from Megumin in terms of progression, only thing we really got is her being more unimpressed with the magic powers that were shown, because it just didn't have that impact on her emotionally. Because the whole explosion thing, she expresses her feelings on a vivid detail. She talks about like the smoke and how it like burns her skin and how it looked, and all of this. And when she sees the magic that everybody in her village has, she just doesn't get that same feeling. So I guess in a way this kind of goes back to C's thing of calling her a crackhead. Like she's chasing the high off of seeing that one explosion.
She's a crackhead.
Yeah, she sees the weed, she sees the meth. She sees.
Just give me that one hit of that explosion.
Yeah, it just doesn't do it for her. So she needs an explosion.
Don't we all need a good explosion in our life?
Whoa!
Where's the rim shot? There it is.
I still think Rue is my favorite new character.
Bro, when they were facing all those gargoyles, everybody was freaking out, but she was like, whatever.
Yeah, she was really cool.
Yeah, but the part that I liked is when Yu is looking for a partner, and then Megumi is about to, take it upon herself to help the lonely Yu, and then two other girls are like, pick her up, and they add her to a group, and then Arue looks over to Megumin, who's obviously like taken aback by that, and then she's like, "Is this what they call cuckolding?"
I totally forgot
and she's
about
like,
that.
"No, it's not."
She's definitely my favorite.
So it's true, the AOT theory. Because
no.
it's going to be cucked.
That has nothing to do with AOT.
Yeah,
ReZero was more in this show than AOT.
Maybe Megumin is going to blow up Eren.
What?
Maybe he's just gonna blow him.
What? Oh,
Megumin, that...
it's illegal.
Yeah.
Megumin, explosion onto Eren in his dick.
That is
Someone
the
gotta
worst
break
thing
those
I've heard
down.
in my life. Is that it for episode 2 of the Megumin anime?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into our next show of the evening. Insomniacs After School Nightly Fun Society. I like this anime. It's pretty chill.
That's at the same feeling.
Yeah, it's very relaxing. I feel like you can just watch it and vibe with it.
Seems like it's totally slice of life.
Very much so, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really have anything in it to make it super unique from anything. I know it has the Insomniac thing, but like usually all slice of life have like something to separate it from other anime or manga, but you know, it's not super unique, but I think it's just chill. It's fun. I think my favorite part that came in the episode is when the teacher walks in and
that's how you know it's a trick.
When she walks in and oh my god, one more forget Ganta, I think that's his name.
Yeah. She
sees Ganta and then Magari walks in and then she goes, what have you two been doing in here? Are you guys having sex?
Might as well be.
I was I like when she walked in there, in my mind I'm like, okay, if I was a teacher I would have assumed that too, but I'm surprised that the anime actually had her say that, because like usually anime treats sex as like, oh whoa.
This whole scenario is just crazy. Imagine sleeping with a girl when you were in high school. I mean,
I can't.
That
girls?
Would that not be like in high school? You'd be like the coolest fucking kid ever. Oh yeah, I sleep with a girl.
Observation room, pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like we can watch the skies while also getting it on.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have sex in there. Who knows?
Yeah, they could. Totally.
I mean, they are teenagers.
It's just, I love when questions get brought up as far as like the teacher saying, "Are you guys having sex?" I love those type of questions because what other answer did she really expect? It's one of those to where like you can't.
No.
Yeah, like, are they going to be like, yeah, hell yeah,
we are.
Do something about it.
As they high five each other.
Score.
Yeah, totally. Before you even came in here, right over there on that couch.
They do the little thing where they pull down their eye. They bleh.
What a bunch of delinquents.
The teacher just goes, ah, man, I knew it. Come with me.
I thought that was her mom for a second because they looked similar.
Why does she keep getting a lettuce stolen by cats?
That cat?
Does that happen to you? Does that happen to you, see?
No, my cat has never stolen lettuce. My cat doesn't eat lettuce.
How is it specifically stealing the lettuce every time?
Is it like an offering to the lettuce gods?
Yes.
I think the cat has it out for this person.
She has to protect those buns better.
Yeah, seriously. You don't want your lettuce stolen? Protect those buns.
I mean, this whole cat is god tier.
Deep.
This cat should be in Smash Brothers.
It's a pretty chill cat.
A new challenger has approached.
He sat on that chair like he was the king.
Yeah, he came in. He's like, "Oh, how cute!" It's just, this is my chair now.
Also,
bitch.
Also, why couldn't they get? Okay, first of all, their couch moving game is god awful. EA.
Oh yeah, that back is done.
Yeah,
EA,
their arms.
They fucked up. They fucked up. Good.
Yeah, speaking from someone that's moved recently, the past couple of months, they needed to lift with their legs. And also, what's the guy doing on the ground? Girl, well, I guess the guy should be, because the stronger person needs to hold it from the bottom. Anyway, it just was all wrong. And then when they got there, he's like, "My arms feel like they're gonna fall off." I'm like, "You're weak."
And also, why didn't they get the other couch?
I don't know,
bro.
And then they could have just called his friend to help.
Bro,
that's what I would have done.
They could have been smashing on that couch.
Yeah, it'll probably happen later.
But now they're just gonna be smashing on that chair. Nobody wants to do that shit.
Well, yeah, that's I mean, it's possible, but probably not comfortable.
Yeah,
chair is lighter than the couch too. I mean, they're just two people.
Yeah, that's why I said I thought he was going to call his friend to get the other couch, but they just said fuck that.
I mean, his friend seemed like he was able to keep a secret. I don't know why
they should have just got the teacher.
He couldn't have invited him.
They should have just been like, "Hey, teach, help us with the couch."
I also liked in the episode. I don't know why I liked it. I guess it's just it gave you like flashbacks of like teenager days of them just like texting while they're in the same room because they have like this secret relationship.
That's totally a teenage thing, but it's definitely an anime thing where, you know, oh, we're not friends, we can't talk to each other in the same class. It's like, why not? But I think it's a Japan thing. I don't know.
Also,
and how did go ahead, see?
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, how did the friend not know that she was talking to somebody? Because when they were in the library, she was like clearly talking to someone. The next shelf over. I thought she was gonna go over there and be like, "Hey."
Right, and she even pointed as if to insinuate that she was talking to somebody. She's just like, all right, stop talking to the books. Get your ass over here.
that those copies of Goosebumps are not your friends. Also, they called the cat 2, so I guess that means he's a new member of the Dark Order.
No.
Tuchan.
Also related to C2 and
02.
02. Thank you.
Hey, 02 and the cat both probably appreciate fish.
Yeah. And honey.
The cat might just be on the lettuce diet.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, the cat did look a little chunky. Maybe he is on a diet.
Yeah. He's a chonker.
Now that I think about it, Gonta might be the best boyfriend. Apparently he can cook. He was fixing stuff up.
Yeah.
He can move stuff, although not good. Yeah. He's a catch.
Every time a dude in anime cooks, I'm immediately like, oh, this guy's taken. Like, give it a week.
Yeah, like Gojo and Marin.
Yeah.
You know, no wonder she whoops him.
I mean, that is definitely well, I won't say it's a talent. I mean, cooking well is a talent, but it's more of a life skill that you need to have. But I mean, for a teenager to be able to cook the way he was, I mean, that's a steal.
Yeah, definitely. But by the end of the episode, they get caught and they think they're gonna be punished and expelled for fucking everywhere, but turns out they decided, you know, we're gonna do the astronomy club. We're gonna bring it back and no more fucking.
Yeah, I like how they, played that out too. It's like, we have decided and we have came to our decision, and with this, we have decided you're gonna do the astrology club.
Astrology club. Were you guys surprised that they just like? Were you surprised that they just kind of just like, just make the astronomy club?
Not really. To be honest, I kind of felt like something like that was going to happen. Yeah. Because this is the second episode, and for them to like disband it this early would be, to me, that would be shocking. Like the literal name of the show is Insomniacs Sleeping Over or whatever. So yeah, if they were to get rid of that on episode 2, I would have been shocked. So I guess I was kind of not surprised.
Well, I'm not surprised that the club was formed. I guess I was surprised that it happened with no resistance. Because I thought it was just going to be like, I thought it was going to be like a KOA situation or something like that. It was like, well, you guys don't have enough members. So you gotta do this.
They always have to have the magic number 5.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a situation like that. Like, I knew the club was going to be formed. I just didn't think they would allow them to create the club when they did with no resistance. Which, that's refreshing because, we know it's inevitable, so why go through all the process of you guys gotta bring me the blood of a virgin before you make this club.
Yeah, you need 3 new members, and then they go around. They get the the really quiet girl, the really otaku guy. They always got to get the cliche group members.
Just like, hey, popular archetypes, come here. Today.
They gotta have the American exchange student.
Oh right. It's like, I've never been in a club like this before. This.
Is that it for this episode of Insomniacs After School?
Yeah, pretty much.
How many episodes till they kiss?
Well, they're already smashing, so.
I mean, they're very comfortable with one another. She's grabbing his back. They're very much kind of like I said. They're very comfortable. I don't think it's gonna be a last episode thing. I'm gonna call it, and I'm gonna say by episode 5.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, the prophecy of
Vivi
Insomniacs.
prophecy?
This is a Insomniac prophecy of the kiss.
I feel like they will go cliche last episode.
Dang.
That's just my gut feeling on it. If they, I mean, I would be happy if you were right.
Worst anime ever created.
I would rather the progress. If we expect them to be a couple or whatever, I would rather them get together earlier so we can see them be in a relationship rather than just having it established at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? I'll probably read the manga after we're done anyway. So.
Well, there you go. Let's move on to our penultimate episode of the evening. Let's talk about Demon Slayer, Season 3, Episode 2, entitled Yoriichi Type 0. What did you guys think about this episode?
Oh my God, Satsuki. It was a freaking doll the whole time.
Yeah, Robot Man. It was one of those training dolls from Tekken.
Yeah, that's what it was. It had 6 arms with 6 swords, and also Mist Guy is a dick.
I don't like him.
I don't like him either. I mean, I know he's bad to your nephew and everything, but he just has a real bad attitude about things. Let me take your thing because who cares? Fuck you. It's like, that's somebody's thing. Maybe be a little nicer and ask before you take it. No, give me the key or I'll beat the shit out of you.
From what the little glimpse that we have of his character, I don't like these type of characters because I just feel like there's no way they could actually function like this. Because Tanjiro goes, when he's doing what he's doing, he goes like, I sense no malice from him, basically implying that he acts the way he does because he doesn't understand the consequences of what he's doing, almost like a sociopath or something like that, to where they just lack that social cue, like the awareness. And I'm like, there's no way people have retaliated, acted out, and you just acted the way you have with no resistance whatsoever.
Hey, you just took my sandwich. Why is this guy freaking out?
What's wrong with this guy? I get it too because he's younger, so they're gonna also throw that in there. I don't buy it. Fuck you. And if you ever touch my nephew, I'm beating the shit out of you.
He touched him twice.
Yeah.
I'm going in anime.
you're
Call
gonna
me
fight a Hashira.
Yeah, I'm doing whatever it takes.
Damn.
Was that really a siren worthy?
Yeah, that's a threat.
Sasuke gonna beat his ass.
Matter of fact, that's not a threat. It's a promise.
Oh man. But basically this whole episode was Tanjiro training literally to death. He was starving at the end.
Yeah.
Kotetsu, the little boy, was so hell-bent on training Tanjiro to get better because he wanted to basically have Tanjiro get payback on the Mist Hashira for being an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Good on him.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that was Satsuki in disguise.
I mean, I wouldn't have never let my nephew go without food and water for 3 days, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, man, that's kind of like the opposite way to train too. It's like you need those nutrients, but as you saw, he was skin and bones at the end. When he finally landed a blow, he was like, "Give me some rice balls and some tea and all this shit. Give me."
Oh yeah.
That's anime. All he can feed himself off of willpower.
Apparently, he got better just by smelling whenever the sword was gonna land.
Yeah, that's true. Tanjiro is a dog. Supernatural, amazing nose dog.
Yeah, he's literally a bloodhound. It's like, that sword's gonna land. That sword's gonna land.
Well, okay, so based on what we know from this episode of that doll being based on the Hashira, what was it? Yorichi?
From Bleach?
No, not Yodo. Not Yodorichi. Yorichi. I recognize a hot black cat girl from a mile away, and he's not that.
Well, if you squint a little bit.
No, I don't see it.
Look a little
he has 6
sideways.
arms.
Hit yourself in the head really hard. Maybe.
I think you might have CTE.
Well, that's
you have brain damage.
You know, whatever gets you there.
Yeah. But okay, so based on us knowing that was a doll, what do you guys? Because C was bringing the point that last episode that he thought the Hashira was the demon, one of the upper moons that we saw, the upper moon number 1, and I was like, no, because that guy has been around for 300 years, and the guy, because at that point in time, I thought that the person that we were seeing in the current time was the Hashira in real time. But now that we know that's a doll, and now that we know the Hashira was from a different era, and that what we saw from Tanjiro was actually from his ancestor, not his father, we know that he was a part of a different time period. So do you guys still think that Yorichi is the demon, or you think it's a separate person? I think they're related in some way, but I don't know if they're same person or what.
I think it's definitely a lot closer now to him being a demon now. 300 years old, different period. He's still alive. He's the number 1 upper moon. I mean, it would make sense. He just has a lot more eyes now.
And that's another thing too.
Yeah.
It could be. I still feel like it's a red herring, but just to add more fuel to that theory, the 6 arms, 6 eyes thing, so they have that kind of connection too.
Mm-hmm. Because he didn't really have 6 arms. It was supposed to simulate how fast he was with a sword, which is pretty insane. Cool. Yeah. But I'm gonna say that they're related somehow. You could be right with the red herring, but what I don't understand is why and how Tanjiro had that vision when he did. It's like, that's very specific.
Yeah, it is very interesting. Either way, he's clearly a very important character in this arc. Or at the least, it's important that they're definitely foreshadowing or building up to something.
So I wonder if that was his sword that was in the doll's neck. Was that the sword that he had to kill?
I bet it was.
And if that's the case, are they going to remodel that for Tanjiro? Because if he just used it as is, then it'll kind of defeat the whole purpose of his his swordsmith. I forgot his name.
Billy.
Anagezaku Sakowaka-san?
You just lied to me. That is not his name.
Billy House to Waka Waka's on.
I'm looking at it right now.
He was trying to carry Tanjiro back, and he ran away.
Yeah, he's like a tsundere. He's like, I don't want him to see me. Ah.
Tanjiro, he's awake. Run!
Yeah, so he wants to help, but I guess he's just, I don't know.
Tanjiro immediately is like, where is he? I know he was here.
Where's Rachel?
Where is he?
But we got some training for Tanjiro. I don't know if we're ever going to scale him up to the Hashira because of how fast the story moves, but I mean, we're one step closer, it seems.
Now I'm about to break.
Yeah, we're gonna see more Pinky and more Miss Bitch, and see what they can do against
just call my wife
an upper moon.
Mitsuri. Pinky.
Mitsuri, that's her name.
Mm-hmm.
How dare ye?
I forget her name and other people's. You know this.
I think they're gonna show her backstory in this, just based off the opening, because you see her without pink hair.
Oh, and then you see the ending too. You see both the Hashira when they were young. The Mist dude looked like he was happy for once.
Yeah, there's definitely.
I
feel like I feel like for sure there's definitely more development to be had to explain why he's an idiot. Pretty much. So
Ellie's here. I am here. I hate to want to be cool boy. Also good episode. I love Tanjiro's speech today. The Sengoku period like Vagabond. Yeah.
Damn.
It's been a while since I read Vagabond.
Damn. I cry. But yeah, no, that's basically it, right? Yeah, I think we covered everything. Holy crap.
Yeah, it was really just the training, and I don't know exactly what or why Tanjiro got the power up he got this episode. I mean, like,
it's because he was hungry.
I guess that's what they were going for, but I don't know. It was a little weird, but Kotetsu, that's his name, right? Little kid, swordsmith guy. I mean, he was coaching him throughout the whole thing, so
he's a good boy.
He got a little stronger.
Yep, they're facts.
Yeah, Tanjiro is just a good big brother character. Love him.
He's amazing. Love Tanjiro.
Yeah, if we never see Lemonhead again, it'll be too soon.
Oh my god, you're right. He might not be in this arc.
Oh my god.
Which I'm so happy for that.
I love Zenitsu. He's my boy. QRW6 says after beating an upper moon, Tanjiro has to go up. Tanjiro has to get strong fast because I don't see the story slowing down just to prolong the development over the story progression. Point.
I mean, they've continuously like let him fight demons that were way out of his weight class. It would be nice to see him get a one-on-one victory against one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if that's going to happen just because of how the story is moving really fast. We only have, think about it, we have the rest of the upper moons to take care of, and we have Muzan himself. We have no other antagonists after that. That's it.
That's true.
If the Hashira, if we get these one-on-one fights, or at the very least we take out like 2 of these upper moons, we're not going to have much villains left.
Put me in. Put me in. I'll fucking do it. I'll destroy some shit.
You're gonna be a villain?
I'm gonna be Muzan too.
Why?
I'm gonna destroy. I'm gonna erase boobs from existence. Exactly. And I'm gonna make Mitsuri bald.
Don't you like Daki?
Daki?
Yeah, and she's dead now.
We're gonna bring back Daki, and the only thing she's gonna do is she's gonna have a megaphone, and the only thing she's gonna do is she's gonna scream Oni-chan, and that's why I'm the villain. I make everybody's life extremely inconvenient.
Because you bring back somebody that died, and all they're gonna say is Oni-chan.
One day we're gonna open up C's Palace, and this is gonna be a maze. It's gonna look like the Muzan world. It's not gonna make any sense.
I mean, he's already eating people, so I guess I wouldn't be so surprised. But at the same time, C, you need to get help.
Yeah, we're here for you.
But
anytime you need it.
Cry.
Yes, including hugs.
Let's go ahead and switch on over to our final show of the evening, Vinland Saga. Season 2, episode 15. This show's great. I'm gonna say it. This show's really great. In fact, it's so good, I'm gonna sue Satsuki.
What? I think that's how it works.
Why are you gonna sue him?
You hear
I'm
that?
clapping. Who's clapping for that shit?
Not
like
me.
that.
Everyone.
Oh. Everybody in the chat. But good episode. But
That one guy died because he has a soft spot for women.
Yeah, I was about to say, homeboy fucked up.
I mean, okay, sure, yeah, but it still would have never happened if the other guys weren't just stupid. Like,
That
Snake
is
gave them
true.
direct, or like this is the thing. They already made the mistake. Somebody paid the price with their life, and Snake, you see how serious this guy is. He goes, do not keep your eyes off of him. 5 people watch him at once. Did they think that was a joke?
I think so.
Like, Snake isn't even that type of person to really like what?
Nah. Well, they probably thought he wasn't that big of a deal because he's all tied up now. He's tied up. He's not going to go anywhere. Where's he going to go? Right, that too. But they just didn't take him seriously enough.
Yeah. Arnheid shows up.
Jesus
pretty lady.
God.
It's over. By the way, Arnheid kind of looks like an anime version of Stevie Nicks.
Does she?
She does.
What about Steamy Nicks?
I think C just died.
I think so too. I said Steamy Nicks and she just ran away.
I don't even. I don't even know how to reply to that. I mean, who the fuck is Steamy Nicks?
She just gets up on stage and shits her britches.
Oh, Liquor's in the chat. Hello.
Just like Steamy Ray Vaughan.
Oh, stop! He's dead.
No, Stevie Ray Vaughan's dead, but Steamy Ray Vaughan is alive and kicking, shitting his britches.
Just like the whole Boruto name. No more Naruto, we have Boruto.
Mm-hmm.
Or as they like to call him when he first came out, Burrito.
Oh yeah, Burrito.
Or Bolt. No, actually that's what they called him first, Bolt. And they called Sarida Salad. Good times.
Back when times were simpler and AI wasn't taking over the world, and we all still liked Elon.
Nah, I don't think I ever liked him, but
It was a brief time. Like a couple weeks.
But yeah, these guys are terrible. My God, this has to be like the goofiest group ever. It might be more goofier than Team Rocket. At least Team Rocket is, like, sometimes are successful. Sometimes they actually get Pikachu. These guys just don't do anything. Snake is saving their asses. I think honestly they shouldn't even get paid.
Yeah, Snake should have all the money.
They should just be fired, summarily fired.
Or beheaded.
he would be better off hiring Garter in that state.
I mean, yeah.
Because Garter would be more useful.
Yeah. But, I mean, it, wouldn't happen, but...
Also, though, just the whole thought process is really stupid. Like, they're like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna untie him? Huh? What do you got? You don't got nothing. And then they don't even look inside the fucking bucket she has.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
It's like,
and as well, they're like,
what are you gonna do? Kiss him to death?
You're gonna suck his dick, huh? Arnhide? Come on, suck his dick, Arnhide. Do it. Right now. He's got his hands tied behind his back. It'd be easy.
Yeah. I'm so horny right now.
Yeah, Garter's over here just like fucking fuming with anger. And they're harassing Arnhide.
Kiss it.
Come on, Arnhide. I want to see his dick. Come on.
It was just like it was so odd because, like, when they had their emotional moment, they were like, "Oh, this fucking sucks. I didn't want porn with a plot." They just go back inside.
Oh my God, dudes were straight up perverted for no reason.
Yeah, I know. And then she bawls and is crying and everything, and he's like, "Well, that just killed my boner."
Come on, guys, let's fuck inside.
Yeah, let's totally be guys inside. It's raining. We gotta get out of this rain.
Hey guys, let's go in. Let's go inside. Let's just kiss each other. Fuck. This is
probably what happened.
Yeah, that's probably why they didn't have people on them. All the talk about doing it.
They were just fucking. They're fucking like Isaki and Gonta. Just sitting there.
And Snake's like, "What the fuck just happened?"
That's why they lost the fight, because they were fucking before the fight.
Why are all their pants down?
Snake just opens the door. There's a gigantic orgy. Slowly closes it and walks away.
They just look at him. I can explain.
Oh my God, from SpongeBob. Yeah. I could explain.
I love the young people.
That's the old master. I love the young people. I'm dying.
He's still kicking.
He's not dead yet.
Yeah. But he probably led someone to her death.
Piece his pants.
Yeah.
How many times we have to teach you this lesson?
So.
But Garter, he bites that dude's jugular and rips out his throat. So it all.
A la Rick Grimes.
Yeah, it worked out in the end. Didn't get to see his dick, but.
Yeah, he was like bleeding to death, saying, "What could have been." Damn.
Jeez.
These two on the run, so what do you guys expect now?
Oh, I think
Snake's not gonna take any prisoners this time. He's gonna full on murder this man, or at least try to. I don't know.
I think what's gonna happen is he's gonna find them. They're eventually gonna track him down, and right as they find him, there's gonna be word that, I don't know, Canute has arrived and he's showing off his wee too, and Snake's gonna like, shit, fuck. He's ruining the whole farm, and the Carter's gonna be like, "Did I hear about a dick? Let me go. Let me at him." And then they're gonna invite, Garter and Arnhide are probably gonna join forces with, Snake. They're gonna kill people that are bad.
That could be top 5 worst sea tactics theories, and there's been some bad ones. I don't even know what I just heard. I feel like if I ask you to repeat what you just said, you wouldn't know what the hell you just said.
No, they're gonna get word. Canute's down, on the farm. He's fucking shit up, throwing his dick off to everybody. And and Garter's gonna, and Snake's gonna be like, "Ah, shit, oh fuck, oh, I never expected this. This is terrible, awful."
Okay.
And then Garter's gonna be like, "Did I overhear You said Dick, right? We gotta get him. And Arhide's like, yeah,
you said
fuck him
that.
up, Garter! Fuck him up!
Okay.
And then,
All right.
And then, of course, they arrive at the farm, and who do they find? Sean.
Oh shit!
Man, we were so close.
I know. We were on the last one. He gave us false hope.
Yeah.
He gave us that false hope. Well, I think it's not going to be like that. I think it's going to be more. Yeah, Snake's pissed. He's going to go ahead and go after Garter and Ironhide, and it's not going to go well for Garter. And I think, even though Ironhide loves him, Garter so much, and probably wants to live her life with him and everything, and that's a given, but she probably hates, the man that he's become and whatnot. But she doesn't also want to be a slave either. So I think what it comes down to is, if you want to get to Garter, Snake, you're going to have to get through me. And then he just slices both of them. Well,
oh my god.
He doesn't do that because he knows how valuable she is to the master, Kettle. So then it will just basically be, will he not? But I think he might make a conscious decision of fuck it, and then he'll take both of them down or something. And maybe he'll say something to the words of, Kettle, remember that girl you like so much? Well, this is what happened. And he could even lie and say that, he doesn't even have to say that they're related. He could just say, this crazy slave just escaped and killed her. He ain't gonna not believe it. That's the story they'll go with.
So, I think this is where the difficulty is in guessing where it's going to go, because they're at this impasse where Einhard wants to live her life raising this kid.
Mm-hmm.
You have Gardar, who wants to live with his wife and with their son. So he's gonna this is the only thing he has left. This is the only thing that's fueling him. Just them. So if he doesn't have that, I don't think he really has any purpose in life in general. So that's going to be his motivation to do anything. So he's going to keep trying to get her off this farm no matter what, because the whole time he's tied up, the only thing he's saying is, free me. You don't have to apologize, but hey, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, free me.
Free me? Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it's and now Arnhide is in a situation to where she got roped into saving him, because it was either she acted then and go on a run with him and have a target on her back, or do nothing and watch him die right in front of her. So they are stuck right now, and it's kind of hard to see where it's going to go. But yeah,
Thorfinn had a little moment in this episode at the end. Thorfinn, he's really smart. For a guy that grew up in a band of Vikings and did any kind of studying or none of that, he's really smart. He's smart in the sense of his morals, but as well he's smart just he immediately understands the situation with that he figures out that Gardar is immediately escaped, and he says a bunch of stuff that just really just makes his character really shine through. His whole comment about Norse society and how only the strong survive there, and that after all he's done, he just doesn't want to atone by just not doing bad things anymore. He wants to create Vinland. He wants to create a place that a nation to repay for all of the bad he's done, for all of the people and the places he's destroyed. He wants to rebuild all that.
Yeah, and no war and no slaves.
No war and no slaves, and even Einar kind of moved by it. Yeah, let's do it, bitch. Fuck him up.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. He said, if you go, I go. I'll never let go, Jack.
What I appreciate about Thorfinn's road to redemption is that it was something that he realized for himself, and he took the initiative to do something about it, because he could easily live his life, as he said, by just having this no killing clause, and that be the thing that, you know, will keep the demons out of his mind when he's sleeping and whatnot. But he wants to truly atone for it by, as he said, like growing more wheat where a lot of blood was shed. So he wants to do as much good in the world as he's done bad, and he doesn't know if he'll ever be able to make up for all the lives that he's destroyed. Like he said, all the fathers, brothers, and sons he's killed, but he's going to try and make a peaceful village in a land far in the west. So yeah, Thorfinn's pretty great. It's odd because he's been more in the background, while not necessarily characters, like there hasn't been a singular character other than maybe why am I forgetting this, Einar, that is like taking the focus, but it's more so like there are different moving parts here and there that have taken the focus. He's been in the background, but he's had a lot of progression as a character.
Yeah, good stuff all around. Any final thoughts on this episode?
Man, oh man. As QRW6 said, time is ticking until Keto arrives. We have a war still coming.
I know. I'm like, I already like it as it is. What's going to happen when those two forces come? Sheesh.
Yeah. It's odd because like this episode is titled Storm, so we're kind of in this crazy like catastrophe of events, but we're still in the brunt of it, to where we know there's like even more bad things to come, or potentially bad things to come.
Mm-hmm.
So we killing or passing this episode?
I think we're passing it, maybe.
I mean,
yeah, it's done some good in my life. It's made me become a sober man, so I'm passing it.
I'm gonna abstain.
I'm just keep it like this. Vinland Saga is so good, it makes me want to stop killing people.
Wow.
Well, that
was that a joke?
Well, on to talk about where you can find me. I'm Sasuke the Savage. You can find me on my Twitch, Sasuke the Savage, my YouTube channel, Sasuke the Savage, as well as my other channel, Sasuke the Gamer. Catch y'all.
EA, where can they find you, I guess?
Yo, it's your boy EA, and I'm here to say that I'm repping it over here on Everything Animated channel. You can come and subscribe. I ain't got no videos on there. Yes, I do. What am I saying? I just don't have any new videos. Oh my god, it's insane. It's just subscribe to my channel, damn it. Or I'm gonna cry.
I'm the C Tactics, and got some videos coming out this week. Got a Patreon video coming out this week. Video on One Piece. So if you're a patron, look out for that. If not, probably doing, if there's a new Chainsaw Man chapter tomorrow, I'll be obviously doing that over on the Bento channel, which is my second channel if you're not aware. I upload stuff there literally all the time now, more so than my main channel now. It's kind of hard to believe, but it is true. Yeah, and probably I'm working on some Attack on Titan stuff as well, and as well as some Demon Slayer stuff for the main channel, so that should be a lot of fun. But with that being said, thanks everybody for coming out this week. I appreciate it, and we'll see you all next week. Bye bye.
Johnny.
Later.